welcome back to my channel. Today the intro is going to be a little bit different than usual. I'm not wearing any makeup and that's because today I'm going to be reviewing the Cara brush set. Now this was sent to me in PR and I am so thankful for that. Thank you so much Cara for sending me over your brushes and letting me give my reviews on it. So yeah, today we are going to be reviewing this whole brush set, and if you want to know how this look turns out and how they are, then please keep on watching. So this was the bag that it was sent in and the brush set fits perfectly in there. So let me just take it out. I love the packaging. It's so chic and so posh, and it came with a really pretty ribbon which I don't know, I lost somewhere because I already did the unboxing on my Instagram stories. Let's just open this up, and here you have a set of 10 brushes. There are 5 face brushes and 5 eye brushes. So I'll just go through this one by one, and I'll also show you how this fares, how the brushes are, and my reviews and final thoughts on it. So I will be having a timestamp somewhere around here so that you guys can know when the tutorial starts if that's what you want to see. So you can just skip ahead. Now let's just move on with this. They do come in with this card, which I love. I love when brands send something like this. A lot of new brands do this and it makes the customers feel really good about the purchase, which I like. It has a really nice gratitude note with it. When you turn it, this side is very useful because it says how to clean the brush, which I feel like a lot of people don't really know how to do it. Even I've made mistakes in the past on how to clean brushes and beauty blenders, but better late than never, right? They say to use cold or lukewarm water and to avoid using hot water. That's because these brushes are handmade and they say that a slight fallout might occur. Handmade brushes are very delicate, so there might be some fallout, and that's why you should not be using hot water because then the brushes will lose their shape. So it's better to avoid that. And yeah, now let's just move on to the brushes. So let's start with the face brushes and then we'll move on to the eye brushes. So first we have the F001 brush, and this is a large powder brush. The fact that it comes with a number because that way you can keep track of your brushes. They don't really have anything for liquid products because these are handmade and they won't really work on liquid products, but these are all mainly for powders. So yeah, this is the large powder brush and it feels so soft. Okay, so moving on to brush number 2. This is the F002 and it looks like it's a flat blush brush. Honestly, I think all these brushes are multifunctional because you can use one brush for a lot of things. Brush is flat on the sides and fluffy at the top. You can use this to pack powder under your eyes and also to your blush as well as your contour. Now moving on to the F003 brush. This looks like a contour brush. It is more like a specific contour brush, so you can just create the lines of contour on your face. This is going to make it really easy for you to just get a defined line. Moving on to brush number F004. This is a tapered highlighting brush. Now I have been on the lookout for a good highlighting brush like this for ages, but I could not find one which is like this, not too small, not too thick. It's fluffy so that your highlighter is blended out, but it's also very small and tapered so you can have a precise application. We have the F005 brush, which is a fan brush. I love fan brushes because they give a very precise application, but I do have to go in with my fingers to kind of blend it out, or my beauty blender to blend it out. But the one problem I do face usually with very soft fan brushes is that it does not tend to pick up product very easily. So we'll be seeing how this one performs because I'm a little skeptical of it because it seems like it's very soft. Coming to the eye brushes, we have these 5 brushes, and this is the E006. This is a fluffy blending brush which can be used to blend products on your crease or just blend the whole look together. I love brushes like this, and you cannot have enough blending brushes, believe me. Next we have the E007 brush, and this is very, very densely packed. I'm just going to show you a close-up. Very densely packed, but it's also flattened, so you can definitely apply matte colors with this, even on your crease or on your lid. You can apply it with this, and simultaneously you can blend it out a little bit as you go. Next we have the E008 brush, and this is a pencil brush. So a pencil brush is usually used to do either your crease. You can go really precisely in your crease and add colors, and you can also use it on your lower lash line. Now we have the 009 and the 0010 brush. So this is the E009 brush, and it's basically an angled brush. This can be used to do eyebrows or apply your winged liner. I'll do my brows with it, and let's see how this fares. And the last one, which is the E010 brush. This is a liner brush. You can definitely use this to either line your lips or your eyes, or even create, art on your face if you want, because this is quite thin and it is also very soft. Again, not gonna poke your eyes. So now that we're done with the first impressions of the brushes, now let's just move on to the tutorial and see them in action. These brushes are not for liquid products, so I will be doing my foundation and concealer with the help of a beauty sponge, for which I'm going to be using this Plume Beauty sponge, and I'll just fast forward through it. Of the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer and the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Test out the brushes. So the first brush that I'm going to test out is going to be F001, which is the large powder brush. So I'm going to be using this Maybelline Fit Me loose powder in the shade 15 Light, because this is what I always use. So let's just see how this fares. I'm just taking some on the lid of the container. Then I'm just going to take the brush, dip it, and tap out the excess, because you don't want that to just sit on your skin. And then taking the beauty blender first, I'm going to take any creases out. And then I'm just going to set it. I'm just going over with whatever is left on the brush over my whole face just to set it. And if you have oily skin, you should do this to your whole face. I think this is better for those who really like to set their whole face, because it's huge and it will not make you look cakey or powdery, but it will set the makeup in place. However, since the size of the brush is really large, so it is kind of hard to get it near your eyes, so you kind of have to hold this like so and take some powder and then just go really close to your eyes to set that part as well. Next, for contouring, I'm going to be using this brush, which is the F003, and I'm going to go in with my Mini Sugar Contour De-Force Bronzer. So I'm just going to take some on my brush, just place it underneath my cheekbones and my jawline as well. Okay, so I have done my contour. It did not give me a harsh line. Instead, when I went in with the contour, it instantly blended it out as well, and then I just went over it like this and it blended the contour out beautifully. But anyway, I do go over with a beauty blender anyway for any makeup look that I do. So I will be going in with the sponge. We are going to be moving on to blush, for which I will be using Wet n Wild blush. So I'm using the F002 brush for this. Just applied it to the apples of my cheeks and look how nice and blended that looks. Alright, now for highlighter, but before highlighter, as usual, I like to go in with the setting spray first. So this is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Setting Spray, and I'm just gonna shake it and then put it over the sides of my face. While the skin is wet, I'm going to be going in with this highlighter. This is the Wet n Wild highlighter in Precious Petals. So for this, what I'm gonna do is on this side of my face, I'm gonna use this F004 brush, which is the tapered highlighter brush, and for this side of my face I will be using the fan brush, which is the F005 brush, and let's see how they perform. Okay, I just have to talk about this. I have never seen my highlighter go on this smoothly, blend so perfectly, and not be patchy at the same time. My skin looks so good right now. I'm just gonna apply it on this side of my forehead. Alright, now let's do this side. So again, I'm just gonna take the highlighter on this brush. Okay, that did give a lot of pigment. I'm just gonna go over the bridge of my nose. Okay, I'm impressed. Usually I won't be even able to pick up the highlighter with any other brush. It just won't show if I use a normal fan brush. The only fan brush that I use is from Vega, which is very dense. I mean, both the sides of my face look so good right now. I'm just gonna give you a close-up so that you can see. Now that our base is done, I'm going to be moving on to the eyes, but first I'm going to do my brows, for which I will be using Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit with the help of the Cara angled brush, which is the E009. I'm just going to start at the front of my brows. Just line it. So the brows are done and the brush did a wonderful job. Although I do not really prefer brushes for doing my brows and I instead prefer pencils, but it did a decent job to fill in my brows. Now that that's done, we're finally going to do the eyes, for which I will be using one of my favorite palettes, and it's the Huda Beauty Coral Obsessions palette. I will be taking this shade first and I'm going to put it right on my crease, just so that we have a lot of that color and pigment building up because our base is tacky. So I'm going to use the E007 brush, which is the flat but dense brush, which can be used for applying mattes as well as shimmers. And now I'm just going to look down, take out all the creases from the eye and apply it right onto the crease. Taking this pinky peachy shade, and I'm just gonna apply it right above this color just to make an ombre sort of gradient. Again, just packing the color in and then blending it out. Now I will be taking this flesh toned shade and I'll be taking it on this blending brush, and I'm just gonna put it right above the color that we used previously and blend it out. This is blending it perfectly. It's such a soft brush and it's so easy to blend out everything. Just go to that precision point and blend it out very precisely, not removing any other color. Now that we're done with that, I'm not going to create a fancy cut crease or anything. I'm using this shade right here and I'm going to take it on this E007 brush once again, and I'm just going to apply it. Okay, I think that did a fantastic job. It did, however, lessen the pigmentation a little bit because usually this shadow is way more pigmented, but it did a very good job. Plus the best part is that you can just blend it into your crease using the same brush so that it does not look harsh. I'm going to take this dark terracotta-ish sort of shade on the same brush, and I'm just going to apply it on my outer corner just to give it some depth. After doing that, I'm just going to take this blending brush with no additional product, and I'm just going to blend the edges into the other colors. Alright, so after that's done, I'm just going to do my lower lash line, and for that I will be using this pencil brush. This is the E008. I'm going to take a combination of this and this shade, and I'm just going to put it on my lower lash line. And I'm just gonna blend everything out. Okay, now that that's done, I'm gonna do my eyeliner and mascara off camera, and I'll be right back. I have done my eyeliner and mascara off camera, and I also added a little bit of kajal to the lower lash line, this yellow shade, and I'm gonna add it to my inner corners. We're done with everything. Let's just move on to the last step, and I'm going to use this red lipstick, which is from the L'Oreal X Sabyasachi collection. This is the shade 245 Sleek Dominance. This is a very muted red, and I think it would go with this look really well. So I'm using the last brush of the collection, which is the E10, and I'm going to take some lipstick on the liner, and then I'm going to line my lips so that the lipstick sits on beautifully. This is the finished look. I really liked how this turned out. I have fallen in love with these brushes. I'm not just saying this because I got these in PR. I have honestly tested out all the products right here and right now, and I did love them. Every single brush was so soft. They blended out the product so well, and they did not disappoint me. Honestly, if you are a beginner at makeup, then you can definitely try this out. Cara is a brand which is cruelty free, it's vegan, and their brushes are handmade. They are so soft, they look premium quality, they are everything that you need. Cara is available at amazon.in, and it retails for ₹1799, but for 10 pieces I think that is a pretty good amount. If you are a beginner and you are looking for a brush set which will be good and will last you for a long time, and it has every essentials that you need, then you should definitely check out this one. I will have Cara's Instagram handle in the bottom bar below, and you can also check them out on amazon.com. Just buy this set and you are ready to go. You don't need to buy a powder brush, a blending brush, get this one, get that one. I get that it becomes really confusing since there are so many brands in the market, there are so many products in the market. But if you're looking for something really compact, then this would be a really good choice. Although I do wish that they come out with the single pieces of these brushes. I think that it would sell really well because there are some brushes which are game changers, and instead of buying the set, people can buy the brushes that they want. I think my favorite brushes from these range were F001, which was a large powder brush, the F002, which was the blush brush, the F004, which was a tapered highlighting brush, E006, which is the blending brush, the E007, which is this flat but dense shader brush, and then the E002, which is the pencil brush. So yeah, that was it for this video. If you guys liked it, then do give this a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below so that you don't miss any uploads from me. And I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to check Cara out. They are an amazing brand. They are so sweet. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.